Hi Aquarius, welcome to your monthly readings. As always, keep in mind that this is only a general reading. Always take what it feels right and with what does resonate within your own life experiences during this time. And if you would like a personal reading with me, just contact me through the email I put in the description box below. I'm always offering each month a half special reading, half price special reading with a great discount. So if you would like to know more information about the current special, just email me and I will provide to you all the information required. Also, if you would like to donate and support to my channel, you can do so by following the PayPal link that is also in the description box below. So, Aquarius, this month of October feels very oriented towards relationships in general and the importance of people in your life and how you have been relating with them and how you have been allowing them kind of relate with you. So I feel like there is a little bit of a sense of needing people in your life, wanting to establish more fruitful, dynamic relationships, but at the same time wanting to get rid of some of them, or not want to give them so much importance because you want to depend more on yourself. So issues about individuality and self-reliance, autonomy versus relating and connecting and sharing and giving of yourself can be here one of the major focus points during the month of October for some of you. There's a sense of imbalances in relationship that are going to become more visible for some of you during this period, either by things that between you and others that need to be sorted out, that need to be worked through, learning how to compromise, learning how to listen, learning how to communicate with others. As to maybe learning as well how to step or put enough boundaries or proper boundaries in which you allow others to dictate, let's say, about your life. There is a little bit of a touch of magic and madness at the same time about people in your life. So I want to say, what I want to say is that the majority of you may be attracting very special kind of relationship, let's say dynamic, in which there may be a lot of feelings and a lot of inspiration brewing from them, but it may not be altogether stable, or it may not be something that you can quite manage easily as you would like. It may be people that kind of push your buttons or disrupt what you are used to consider is your safety zone or your security zone. It may be people that stand against you or have very different opinions or question whatever you are saying or trying to do in life. So there is like that push between you asserting yourself, not losing or not questioning whatever you are doing or your worth about who you are, just because you may be in different positions or in different points of view, but at the same time not allowing that difference maybe to prevent a healthy relationship or a very interesting relationship to be established. So you may be attracting situations where there's like night and day type of people, opposites that do attract but repel at the same time. A very strong pull, and it's like a magnetic force pulling you together with people that maybe in the past you wouldn't even consider to look at or to really approach. So this may be coming in, you only have court cards in your reading, so I would advise you to get ready to deal with a lot of opinions, a lot of conversations, a lot of interference maybe in your bubble, especially if you are an Aquarius that likes to be more in this lone wolf type of vibration. I feel that the month of October is pushing you out of that, which makes sense as we are in Libra season, and Libra season is all about establishing connection with others and learning that from others we can as well learn quite a lot about ourselves. So I also feel that there may be issues with it's like I feel like some of you may be drifting where you should be more controlling and more assertive. So there are things in your life that some of you want to change. You want a more dynamic, vibrant, exciting force to be a part of your life. But you are kind of waiting, some of you, on others or the universe to give you that, instead of creating it or finding ways of you on your own kind of developing which the tools you have, with the tools you were given to develop that aspect. You are maybe waiting on someone or other thing to bring to you. So one of the things that are showing up here as well is that you are in need of being more assertive in the way you stand and in the way you create your joy. This is the Queen of Wands, which is a magnificent energy to be in the conscious position, knowing or letting you know that you are quite aware of who you are and what you have to offer to the world. You have your own unique traits, you have your own unique colors, you have your own unique tastes, and I feel like you know that they are very they are valuable, and they are part of what holds you together in the middle of challenges or chaos. So you want to be assured and as committed as possible to live a life in accordance to your vision of truth and to your vision of what happiness is. This is why, by the interference of outsiders, let's say, you may feel tested, you may feel challenged, because when we are dealing with others, sometimes it's hard to compromise, because in reality we are afraid to lose ourselves. We are afraid to end up becoming dependent, or someone becoming dependent on us and robbing us from our own state of freedom. And I feel some of you are dealing with these fears in regards to relationships, love, friendships, family, people that depend on you somehow, or you on them, and wanting to cut the umbilical cord or the attachment, but at the same time feeling that you can't do that, because at the same time there is a question here about love, about belonging, about wanting and desiring to be together, to be connected, to feel the love, to feel your feelings. So it's like, I feel like Aquarius have a tug of war during the month of October, which in reality is much more a tug of war within themselves, between two aspects of your own nature, which is Queen of Cups, Queen of Wands, Queen of Swords. So it's like very emotional and passionate undercurrent, but on the surface you want to look rational, objective, cool, detached, logical, objective, on point, not allowing drama, not allowing dependency issues again to stop you or to cloud your judgment. You want to be very aware of your surroundings and what you are doing. And so I feel that for some of you, what this may end up creating is you kind of, the month of October, having this facade that you don't want or need anyone, especially when it's talking about the needs of the heart, of the cup suits, right? Emotions, love, everything that is irrational, everything that it's about our vulnerable, longings to be held by someone, to be supported by someone. You may have a very critical outlook to this aspect of your nature. And so there may be a struggle between you actually coming forward with how you feel, which could, for example, translate for some of you in the month of October that you may be having issues declaring your feelings to people that you do actually love. And you may know that you love them, you may feel that you may be certain of how you feel for some of you, but you don't want, or you're really having an issue with expressing it and allowing it to be a part as well of your behavior, as you may be afraid to get hurt, or you may be afraid to be it's like, I feel like you are afraid to be left, you know, in someone's hands, or it's like that sense of if you submit to this Queen of Cups, you may be giving all your power to someone, and then of course ending up some of you most value, which is again that sense of identity and individuality. So a lot of attention is a little bit required, and tact, sensitivity in the way you relate with others, not only to not ever forget the importance of who you are, and remaining truthful to that when interacting with others, but also the importance of not shutting down your heart and your emotions and your needs because of some conception in your mind you've created of what love and relationships could do to you due to possibly past experiences. So judgments can be a little bit tricky during this month. Be careful with the way you precipitate yourself in judging someone, or in someone judging you. It could always go both ways, especially when we have a lot of focus on court cards, which is a very unpredictable as well element here of you are dealing with things that for some of you don't depend only on you. So the outcome, or the way you kind of decide during the month of October what to do, it cannot only be based, that's what I want to say, on you. And this is what may be creating some tension within. Either way, there's here as well this idea that aside of all of this, at the end of the day, you need to make your own review and your own clarification of where you need to be the one driving the seat of your own life and paving the way towards your happiness and towards opportunities. Because I feel like some of you want more for your life and for your loved ones. You want to conquer more. You want to have a certain lifestyle or a certain view of life that is really what you dream for and what you long for, but you're kind of selling yourself short, or there's something keeping you from chasing that road of success. It may be that there are so many possibilities that you really haven't yet fully came to conclusion, or to really have this decisive element that would allow you to know where to go. So you may still be pondering a lot about where to go, what to do, how to do it, who to take, who not to take. It's like a lot of discrimination and a lot of judgment again, which though can turn against you, because I feel like the more you think, the less you are doing. And another message that is showing up here is that you are advised to accelerate, to speed up in something that either you are being too slow about, or too analytical about, or too in the mind. And I feel like the universe is trying to push you to act upon something that demands your action, okay? Your decision, your affirmation of what you want to do. I feel like in terms of the clarity of the mind, to speak and communicate and to present yourself, you could present yourself beautifully during this month of October. There's a lot of conviction, I feel, in Aquarius during this month that can be very attractive, especially if you are dealing with careers or any type of work or hobby that requires a lot of the power of the mind and the voice and sharing a lot of your thoughts and beliefs about life and the world and so far, I feel like you could be very objective and very, very, very good communicator at the same time during this month. I also feel that you could be very interested in studying things, especially for some of you, occult matters. So it could be a desire to have more knowledge about the occult studies like astrology, tarot, numerology, anything dealing with the occult world or the symbolism, let's say. Subjects that have a lot of symbolism about the depth or the purpose of our existence. And I feel like some of you really want to tap into those mysteries, or you are very laser focused into studying or absorbing information that can somehow help you in your future. I feel like some of you are receiving a lot of inspiration from, let's say, the occult itself. That's what I want to say. So for those of you feeling drawn to spirituality during this time or any type of occult study, I feel like at the same time the occult wants you. What I want to say about that is that you may be called to kind of bear some type of message or some type of understanding of something that can be significant for your life and the life of others you may influence with this knowledge. So you may be gifted, that's what I want to say, to again translate those symbols or translate something of those occult places of knowledge. You may be gifted or discover your gift through it. And it's like it's time to tap into those mysteries, especially if you are someone, which is possible here, dealing with some type of crisis of identity. Who am I? Who am I really? What am I supposed to do? What is my mission here? What is the meaning of this relationship? What is the meaning of this situation? So especially for Aquarius, questioning a lot the meaning of themselves in this reality, in this moment of life, the occult can really help you. And you may have a very keen gift, natural gift that may be awakened through diving into some studies of these areas. Again, others of you just have that mixture of touch of genius with touch of madness that could be applied as well with the great ideas, great ideas, and the great talents you may have, again, to develop and offer to others. I feel like some of you have a dilemma, an issue in your life that is like, but it's not just any issue. I feel like it's a dilemma that has been a part of your life or following you for a long time, which is, I feel like it's considered here to be the dilemma of your life may be happening right now. And you may be needing to deal with it during this month and really come to terms. How are you going to fix it? How are you going to get rid of it? How are you going to find compromise? How are you going to find a solution? Because it may be driving you crazy. That's what I want to say as well. Some of you may feel that your patience is running out on something or someone, and you need to get done with this, to get this resolved or fixed in any way. And so this dilemma may find its way as well of may find a resolution. That's what I want to say. Others of you are just trying to be as patient as you can be in terms of healing your wounds. With this two here, it's very possible that there are deep places of you that are still emotionally healing. I feel that some of you are issues here about, again, learning about your emotional and spiritual dimension and allowing yourself to feel and to flow in that river of feelings. But I also feel that some of you may have wounds that are taking some time to heal, and you may feel like it's getting late. Part of, I feel, of what some Aquarius, what may be keeping some Aquarius from actually emotionally investing in a relationship, or more of themselves into something that would put their hearts in the line, is because they are still aware of something inside of them that needs healing. So balance and a lot of nourishment, self-care is as well important, but also knowing when to allow others to care. We all need care, self-care and the care of others. We all need to feel that care, that embrace, that hug, that kiss, that word of support. And it's not by pretending that you don't need that those needs will go away. And it's a process. I feel like you are in a process of, it's, you know, each step, it's a step that counts a lot. So whatever kind of stage you are in right now, as much as it may be driving you crazy, it is important. It has a meaning, it has a purpose, and this is why you may be questioning it and going after answers, which I feel it could be actually something that would help you, either by self-recreation, you studying what's already out there in terms of information, or you asking the advice of someone, or whatever feels right to you, that it questions all of these issues you may have within your emotional dimension. um, I feel like others of you may have problems with children. So if you have children, if you are a parent, um, there may be something about children that is also needing some of your healing or attention. There may be trouble, or a lack of emotional, again, uh, availability on your side, that, or an emotional dysfunction, unconscious, of course, that may be affecting the relationship you have with your children. So it may be important to address this issue, because it may affect, without you, of course, wanting or desiring, the relationship and the emotional relationship you have with your children. Um, Others are like sick and tired of where you are. You want to leave, you want to change uh, the place and the people you may be dealing with. I feel others are just living between worlds. It's very interesting, because I feel like for some Aquarius, you may feel the like the veil is thinner. Like usually we say about Halloween night, you may feel I don't want to say, let's say, weird things. You may feel presence of spirit, uh, of divine places. Let's say you may feel the invisible closer than ever, or you may feel it by your side more than you have ever felt, or with more intensity. You may have a little bit what we call paranormal experiences. Of course, it doesn't mean that you will see ghosts or anything like that. Nothing like that. It's just having that experience that only you can understand, or only you can make sense of, because it's something that it's impossible, again, for the majority to prove. But you may be aware of it, you may feel it, you may actually understand that something is around you, even if you cannot, again, physically grab it or see it. And it may be that part of you that is meant to kind of be more open to those invisible channels of communication with divine sources. You are being called to open them, or embrace that aspect of your nature that may have some gifts to discover, uncover, really unleash, and give away as well. So I hope I was able to provide some insight. I want to thank all of you for subscribing, commenting, and donating to my channel. I really appreciate it, and hopefully I will be back to more readings.